Test, test. I'm being insane today and trying something out. So we'll see if you guys can actually see me or not. OBS seems like it's behaving. We're going to find some music to listen to. Turn down my desktop audio just a tad. Do like that, maybe. I don't like to do that like monitoring of the audio because it tends to distract me. Jiminy's telling me from work that he saw the notification that I went live go out. So it's working. That's exciting. This is actually kind of fun and low-key because no one knows that I'm streaming. So I can just kind of, we could just talk freely together. If you show up right now, it's just me and you, buddy. This is a very random thing I'm doing. You probably can't hear me because I'm looking away from the mic, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to try to figure out what's going on here. Let's see. I'm trying to see if my stream is working. Streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. So far, from what I can see, it does appear to be working. Hoping that it is. And what I think I'm gonna do is, whether people show up or not, I'm gonna go ahead and title the streams accordingly, in that I'm gonna be working on my house building today. I needed to be building the Taurus-inspired house of the Astro Legacy Challenge. So if you're tuning in on this VOD, or if you end up watching, but either way, if you're hearing this right now, I'm basically for the very first time gonna try out streaming my process of building the house. So let me see. I'm gonna update my streaming information accordingly, since at least from my perspective it looks like it's working. It'll take a second, I think, for anyone to realize that I'm streaming. Mr. Roboto, you see me! Oh my god, Mr. Roboto, hey! Oh my god, I can always count on you, Mr. Roboto. You'll probably hear me type that just now. Okay, so I'm also gonna go ahead and change my settings on here on Twitch, if I can figure out how to do that. Yes, here we go. Okay, so I'm changing the Twitch title also to building the Taurus house. Okay, so I think both of the streams now, oh, though it's saying that it's unstable. Is that true? It's excellent connection over on YouTube. My average stream bitrate is too high. God damn it, that was like what went wrong the first time I was doing this, when I was doing Castaway this month. Apparently the bitrate for Twitch is just like very specific and much lower than YouTube has, which is really stupid. I don't know if I can change that now because I'm streaming already. Well, I guess we'll see, because we're on The Sims 2. Hold on, I'm going to click on this. Inspector analyzes and assists in troubleshooting. No, I don't need to do that right now. Bitch, I'm live. Okay, I'm just gonna see what it does. Maybe I'll just look at the VOD after the fact and see how that affects. I mean, at least it's not a podcast experience on Twitch this time. It's true, yeah. Can you see just my desktop so far? That's pretty nice. Can you hear the music? Thanks for being here, Mr. Roboto. Let me see. I should be getting your chat on OBS too, and I'm not seeing it. Let me see. Stream elements. Give me my YouTube chat. Okay, yeah, and then... Who's to say? You hear the lo-fi. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was one of the only things I could find to like put on as background music. So I was like, I don't want to get myself like in trouble, I guess. Okay, well. Basically what my plan is today, I'm on some PTO, which is exciting. So I'm able to be here like, I'm creating layouts on Twitch and I'm not even meaning to. Whoops. Lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I'm being crazy today and just seeing what happens if I just like stream randomly. So I thought I needed to record building the Taurus house anyway. So why not just like open up the process of me doing the Taurus house to a live to see if we can get Twitch and YouTube working for the next stream? It also kind of helps me face my fears, streaming in general, so it doesn't feel like such a big to-do. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of be quietly working here on The Sims. But first I was looking up some inspiration images for farmhouse, because that's kind of the style I want to do the Taurus house build, is farmhouse style, because I'm envisioning like a wraparound porch for sure. And just kind of because it's like, what other sign would we have done farmhouse? And what's kind of crazy about it too is it would be one of the most pedestrian and like normal looking house builds we would have done so far, because I feel like so many of our house builds thus far have been like not as realistic, I guess. So I thought maybe doing like trying really hard to make it look like an actual house. Oh my god, this is like so the vibe that I'm wanting. Hold on, I think my ad blocker makes it sometimes to where like I can't click on a Google page. Yeah, like this is so the vibe I'm looking for. But like I want a wraparound porch on it for sure. That's like the main thing that I want on the house, is a wraparound porch. Like this. I think it's gonna need to be a 2-story house because we're gonna have multiple kids. Okay, I mean, obviously we're gonna have multiple kids. I'm really starting to consider the idea of letting Raspberry become a plant sim again, because that seems like it might be easier than doing it the old-fashioned way, but who knows. But yeah, I'm in this like rare moment. Hold on, my freaking ad blocker is still being so stupid on this page. I'm in this rare moment where like I haven't recorded past what everyone on the channel has seen of the Astro Legacy Challenge, so I am in a rare moment where I thought like, oh, I guess I could try live streaming the build if I wanted. It's really high pressure, but if I just kind of tell myself like, let's just do it the way we typically do, but it'll just be open to people who are okay with me blabbering and like brainstorming and taking a long time, we're gonna do it. This is also the vibe. See, like I want like wraparound porch, rocking chair, probably some kind of like fireplace, you know, it just looks very like just farmhouse, I guess, inspired. I was gonna say like traditional, but I'm not sure if that's really the case. What does a rustic style farmhouse look like? I think farmhouses are kind of ugly, I think, in real life, but I mean, I also thought it might be kind of cute to have like a separate barn, because I think having a garden for this house or like a big farm for this house would be very cool and fun. Okay, I think I've got the vibe of this. I think I understand how these look. You can tell I've been Googling a lot of like farmhouse style plans. This is how I kind of try to start out with a house build, because it's like I need to know what a general house build even looks like in this style that I'm claiming I'm gonna do it in. I think something I had found about a lot of these farmhouse style designs is that they have an open concept kitchen and living room. My god, my browser is struggling so much with these clickable links. Okay, let me see. There was one interior that I had seen earlier that I really liked. But you know, I think I'm ready to just jump in. So what I think I'm gonna do is just launch into The Sims 2. Let's see how bad it's gonna be in terms of like Twitch streaming. Oh, now Twitch is saying it's excellent. Okay, that's nice. Okay, Twitch is now like, I'm excellent. We're on YouTube as well. Who's ready to get into some Sims? Let's do it. I'll close out this royalty-free Wi-Fi, and I'm gonna jump on in. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see the chats anywhere. Well, I kind of can see the chats, so just know I've got the Twitch chat open, and I think I can see the YouTube chat on OBS, so please feel free. Hey, Mark Shredder. Oh my god, good to see you. Cool, okay, yeah, I am seeing the chat. Whoa, sorry, I'm also punching the mic. Yeah, welcome to a really chill... Oh my god, The Sims is so fucking loud. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Hold on. Okay, yeah, welcome to a super, super, super casual live stream where we're gonna be, like, just kind of stumbling our way through building the Taurus house. I thought this would be perfect because I really want to see what it's like to set out with a mission, be live streaming it, just like low-key chill style. But then also, later on, we'll have the released edited down episode. So like, this is not going to replace the house build episode that's going to come out on Monday. You're just kind of being invited to join me on the recording session, essentially, for Monday's episode, is what's going on right now. So let's see how it goes. All right. But yeah, I'm on PTO this week. Best time ever. That's the only reason I'm live right now is because I took a week off PTO. It's been a godsend. I am so recharged. My brain healed. My skin cleared. Life is good. So if you're out there listening right now, I hope you're doing okay. And if you want to, let me know in the chat how you're doing. But I'm going to be trying to stumble my way through Raspberry's Taurus-inspired house, which I've decided is going to be a farmhouse-style house. Wraparound porch for sure. I don't think this house is going to have a balcony. And I think that this house is going to have kind of a farm area because we did buy a grocery store recently. And I want to make crops for it. And I feel like that all kind of, plays into the Taurus archetype a little bit. Oh my God, we have so many kids. I have not played this game since the episode you guys saw on Monday where we lost Cucumber. And I can't believe I got myself into this situation with the kids where we're gonna need to evict them or get them taken away or something. It's really stressful. It's kind of why I decided to just maybe we should let Raspberry be a plant sim again. Hi, Snack Satan. Good morning. Okay, here, by the way, if anyone here is new, not a regular to the channel, this is my current Generation 11 legacy family. I am doing a legacy challenge over on YouTube where we are making a 12 generation family where each generation is headed by one of the unique 12 astrology signs. We've made our way through 11 generations. This challenge has been going on for 3 years. I'm insane. But also, yeah, this is going to be the Taurus generation. All we have left is this Taurus generation, and we're looking for a Leo now. Things have gotten increasingly insane over the generations. Our last generation, Generation 10, actually took 50 babies for us to finally get Raspberry, who is our Taurus heir. So, today I'm going to be building a house that is inspired by Taurus because I like to do this at the start of every generation, especially because my game likes to start crashing just mercilessly, once we get to the end of a generation. So, I have been playing this legacy challenge in such a way that each time a generation is done and our founder of one of the previous gens dies, we build a brand new house that's in theme with the astrology sign. But anyway, let's get this started. Okay, so I'm a little intimidated by this. We need to build a house that in my eyes looks more like a real house than other houses we've built so far. So I'm like, how do we do this? First of all, I'm gonna reposition my mic just a tiny bit because I can't see my screen super great. But let me know if I'm too loud or uncomfortable at any point volume-wise on my game or my mic. I'm excited to catch a stream live. Watching the Astro Legacy Challenge got me back into The Sims 2. Oh my God, Snack Satan, that's awesome. What have you been doing on The Sims 2? Have you been playing any families? Tell me about your time on there. Yeah, really hard times. You put Sprite and Dew in the freezer. Yes, Mark. Oh my God, people were commenting about how I put the Soda Kids in the freezer. Was that not crazy though? We're basically referring to last episode. I had all these kids. As you can see, I have 4 or 5 kids. Sorry, I'm getting a little adjusted in my seat right now. And because I came from the plant sim generation where we had 50 babies, and I had this technique down where we would have 5 plant babies at a time. I would build a servo robot and we would kick out all of the babies with a servo robot. And as a result, I would love to show you, but it would probably take a little too long, that we have a whole neighborhood filled with servo bots and their slew of plant children that I still need to make a whole separate neighborhood for. I think we discussed making a plant sim neighborhood for that. But yeah, because of that, we have a million kids running around. I thought, okay, yeah, let's let the Taurus house be human again. Let's try just having kids the old-fashioned way. I'm already tired of it. I think we've only had 5 kids so far, and I'm already oh, fuck this. It's never gonna happen. It's the worst. Oh, hi, Lainey. Catching a surprise stream to watch while you're working? Yes. Oh my God, yes. It's my dream to be the live stream that you're watching in the background while you're working, because that's something that brings me a lot of joy during my work day too. Love to catch a live stream. I watch Brutal Moose live streams all the time while I'm working. I'm just happily on PTO today, so getting to come to you live on a Thursday morning. How crazy is that? And so probably shocking the hell out of anyone who's on YouTube right now, because they're like, what the fuck? You just said you were going to be coming out on Saturdays. You can make a separate city for green children. Exactly. That's what I was thinking, Mark, is like make a separate little neighborhood for the plant children. That's a good dystopian young adult novel raised by my robot nanny, but I'm not like the other plant girls. Oh my god, that's so good. No, yeah, I was thinking even as we end the Astro Legacy Challenge, by the way, okay, I think I'm just gonna be brave, by the way, and just start putting down foundations. This is usually how you know what, just bear with me. You're just gonna see my process. This feels very stressful for me because I'm like, this is like someone watching over my shoulder as I draw, but at the same time, it's like, who cares? You know, we're just hanging out, we're just building a house, so just bear with me. Anything I do, I might end up erasing later. Actually, I do want the house kind of further back. But yeah, I did totally want to make like a little miniature neighborhood for just the plant people. I think that would be really funny, especially to play it as like a live stream later, where we just kind of see what we can do with some of those plant children. So what I'm envisioning here is that you come up to the lot, but I have been in my mind's eye as I've been imagining this house. I've been kind of seeing it over here. And I kind of want like a farmland over here. And I wanted a detached barn. Yeah, a detached barn, like over here. So like, think farmlands, big house, kind of over here, wrap around porch. Okay. And yeah, I think that I was thinking too, like, we haven't needed to use cars that much. And because I'm kind of going for a Western vibe here, or not like a Western vibe, but like a farmhouse vibe, I thought it would be cute to have a pathway that kind of goes down this way to the house. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I remember watching at the beginning and waiting for each episode. Oh my god, Morgan, hello, thank you. I'm so glad that you guys have enjoyed the series. It brings me so much hope and glee that you guys would enjoy such a long series, because I only have ideas for more long series, and I'm like, is that just gonna drive everyone away? But I'm glad that I'm building up the correct audience here. Okay, so let me think here. I'm gonna just talk through my thoughts. Wraparound porch is needed, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in so I'll know where it is. Kind of like, I want it to be a big porch so that we can really sit out on it. I don't think we've used porches a ton since starting the Astro Legacy Challenge. And then I know that I want like an indentation for stairs, but do we want this to be symmetrical? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. God, remember early on, like I feel like I've grown so much as a builder. And if anyone is out here watching this and they haven't seen my work, have patience with me. I feel like I'm not the best builder, but I think that I've grown a lot over the course of the challenge. I was thinking about how we need to do, ooh, I think I kind of like this. I might take that out later, but I think I kind of like it. I kind of wanted to, in the finale of the Astro Legacy Challenge, I've talked before about bringing back to life a lot of the heirs of the past. Like if we could use the freaking phone, you know, that brings back the dead Sims, to bring back all of the previous heirs. I think that would be really funny. And then it would be really cool to build like an actual Aries house for Ramses, who never really got one, I feel like. And then also an actual Capricorn house for Grisabella, because we were so early on in the challenge at that point. I feel like they'd never got like a proper house that represented their sign. Okay, do I like that? Or is that too wide? No, you know, I think I like that. I think. And I'm thinking, do we want just this square? I think maybe I want to have... I love the idea of like the kitchen windows looking out to the beach in the distance. I feel like that's something I kind of want. I was reading that farmhouse style houses are very like squares and boxes. Could do away with cars and use horses. I wish. I don't think there are horses in The Sims 2. Yeah, that's The Sims 3. Horses weren't invented yet in The Sims 2. You're way ahead of me, Snack Satan. Yeah, I cannot wait till we play The Sims 3 together though, because I have Sims 3 pets and we are gonna be having some horses. Big Stardew energy. As a Taurus, it's the only way to go. Thank you, Morrigan. I'm glad you can see the vision. Hi, Magic Marley. Yes, I hope you enjoy this Thursday surprise. Ramses, a proper Astro house would be pretty peak. I agree. And I was like, during my PTO, I got to go home and visit my fam, visit some of my childhood friends. And a lot of the closest people in my life are Aries. And I was actually really noting, like, man, my Aries, the people in my life who are Aries have really, like, decorated their homes. And I was thinking, like, man, I really need to do more justice to Aries in the Astro Legacy Challenge, because I feel like we just barely got an Aries house. God, I think that maybe this is too wide. Hold on. Sorry, guys, you're gonna have to bear with me. I kind of have to, like, look at it for a long time before I know for sure. I also feel like I want this to be the center. And if that's the case, I'm trying to decide, is this the full width of the house that we want? Or am I gonna need to demolish this and kind of move it a little bit, because I might want the house to be wider. But I do tend to overestimate how much room we actually need in the house build. And you guys know what a bad time I had with the Libra mansion, so. Big box, but make it cozy. Exactly. Okay. I'm liking it. We're on the same page here. I'm liking this. Okay, I think Twitch is saying that, oops, like old times, I clicked out of the window, and that made OBS quite angry. But let me know if you are viewing on Twitch, and you can let me know. It says it's unstable on Twitch now, but I think I'm seeing it pretty smooth. But just give me a shout if something crazy happens, I guess. Okay, let me think here. Big box, but make it cozy. And yeah, I'm thinking I don't like that it's uneven right now, but I think that we could go ahead and just add a little on this side. So what is this? 2? How do you guys build? Like, when you're sitting down to build a house, how much do you think about it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I used to never think about it too much. In fact, oh my God, actually, when I was a kid and I would play with my friends, I would play with Modelin a lot. I would also play with a friend of the channel, Casey, who inspired this entire freaking challenge. Because she was the one who was like, hey, you should do an astrology-themed Sims challenge. But whenever we were kids growing up, especially with friend of the channel, Casey, I have always disliked big boxes for my houses. I really like to put in these little, like, divots, but then again, I am kind of a fan of craftsman style homes in real life, so that might be why. But she hated it. Oh my God, she hated how often I would take away the symmetry of the house to put in, like, a little divot for no reason. It drove her crazy. But I look back on it fondly. I'm the worst Sims 2 builder. I love furnishing, but not building. Sims 2 specifically is kind of hard to build on, I feel like. As an Aries, I can confirm this. Mr. Marley and I are both Aries. We have decorated this house to within an inch of its death. Yes! My mom is, like, super into decorating. She also has a killer garden now that she has, like, had time and is retired. And I was noticing that her and my best friend, who's an Aries, though they both have a Virgo rising, which I wondered if this played into it at all. But they filled up their walls, like, with all sorts of stuff. Just, like, I know that, like, my bestie, who is an Aries sun, she would even take old t-shirts and, like, wrap them over a, like, flat plane. Like, she doesn't really go as crazy as, like, putting it on a canvas or anything, but she'll, like, just stretch it over, like, a frame area and, like, hang it up like it's an art. It looks so good. She's always had a lot of tapestries, too. But my mom also was helping my grandma, Gemini, fix up her house. And I was thinking, like, damn, like, you've really got some interior design know-how. But she was also the one who taught me to watch a bunch of HGTV growing up, you know? Any Aries out there love HGTV? Trading Spaces? I've been watching that, like, viral bad decorating show called, like, Decorating Sense that Gabby Bell was talking about. It was pretty funny. I liked it. Okay. Farmhouse, square and cozy, wraparound porch. We also have to do the complex. I really want to try, at least, to do a complex, like, covered porch. So we're gonna see if we can get the roof to cover the porch too. Hi, Zagadri. Yeah, it's no worries. It actually was a big surprise for everyone, I feel like. Yeah, HGTV is great. I have not seen Lottery Dream Home. Is that like you won the lottery, you get a dream home? Mr. Roboto, you got Chaperone tickets. I am super jealous, TBH. That's so cool. I bet she is the coolest live. I think I told you guys in my last live stream, I was like painfully like trying to decide if I wanted to go to a Marina live show that's coming to me soon. You claim her as an Aquarius cusp? You're allowed. I think you're allowed. I mean, I think that there's so much overlap between like Pisces and Aquarius. By the way, Mr. Roboto, was the Twitch stream okay? You were the only one I saw, like, in there. Is it, like, are you able to see it okay? Is it weird? Are you able to report back? It's okay if not to. I think that this house needs one front door, by the way. I don't think that it's the type to have, like, two. But if that's the case, I think I might have to do away with this weird, like, railing that I was like, I like this. I think, actually, I don't like it. Yeah, let's do that instead. Yeah, browns and greens. I think... Do you know Plushy Dreadfalls? They made plushes on mental illness, Western horoscope. Yes, I'm watching on Twitch, but was commenting on YouTube to be part of the crew. Looks great. Thank you so much, Mr. Roboto. Everyone, can we get some, like, applause for Mr. Roboto in the chat? He is, like, being an MVP of this little testing stream I'm doing today. Thank you so much for just being here. No, I do not know about Plushy Dreadfuls. Plushy Dreadfuls. I think I said Dreadfalls at first. I'm sorry about that. Plushy Dreadfuls. That is really cool. Ooh, Alice in Wonderland, American McGee's Alice. That is something that esteemed Steamed Ham Jay has been asking for me to play for a while on the channel, and I still need to do. So if you're hearing this, Jay, on the VOD, first of all, shout out to you. But also, I'm gonna play that for you at some point. Thank you, I'm here for the wraparound porch too, Magic Marley. Hold on, I just got a message from Modelin. She's asking me how the beach was. Yeah, me and Jiminy went to the beach, by the way. Hold on, I'm telling her I'm being insane and live streaming right now. Let's see if Modelin will join us. Hold on, guys, I'm texting and streaming at the same time. Okay, I said if she wants to fuck around a little bit and find out. Oh, looks like we got a robot in my Twitter. Not my Twitter. What am I saying? It's Twitter? What is this? 2000 something? On my Twitch chat. Okay. I like this shell so far. Not bad. Plushy Dreadfuls were created by American McGee. Okay, Zig Audrey, I see. Okay, Magic Marley's gonna be lurking. Oh, have fun in your work meeting, Magic Marley. It looks harmless for now. Yeah, no, it's totally fine. You're allowed, robot. You can be there. Okay, I am going to decide now. I like that we did an odd number of tiles then for this front part, because that'll allow me to put in a door without fucking everything up symmetrically. Okay, think farmhouse, and think farmhouse. Some of these, though, are still double doors. No, Modelin, this wasn't announced. Welcome to the stream. No, this was a really crazy. This is me being so spontaneous for the first time ever. No, I was just home alone and I was like, you know what? I was gonna build the Taurus house today anyway. What if I fucked around a little bit and went live? And so here I am. I have the workaholic rabbit. Oh, he looks like a roasted marshmallow with a red bow around the neck. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to look this up after the stream actually. Plushy Dreadful. That's adorable. Yeah, and then created by American McGee. Yeah, I've heard about American McGee. I remember American McGee. Does this seem like a front door to you guys? This seems more like an inside the house kind of door to me. Yes, okay, Modelin, I'm telling you about the beach because you came all the way out to the live stream for it. It was great. Jiminy and I organized a little trip to the beach. It was a little short one. First, we went and visited my family. It's kind of like 3.5 hours or so away from where I live. And then while we were visiting my family, we went actually to a nearby caverns. I'm gonna try really hard not to dox myself, but we did get to go to a cave. That was really fun and cool. And we also baked the pink cake from the Stardew Valley cookbook. Holy shit, you guys. That is a good cake, by the way. The summer one, yeah, specifically. I made the chocolate cake too, the winter chocolate cake, in winter. But my brother and I teamed up and made the pink summer cake, and holy crap, it was so good. Oh, if only I could put pictures like live on the stream, that would be awesome. Yeah, lots of windows for sure, Morgan. I totally agree. I think it needs to be kind of symmetrical, but have tons of windows. Taurus is not the last sign of the legacy. It is the second to last sign. It is Leo is going to be the last sign that we need. So we're starting the penultimate generation. But yes, after we went to the caverns near my house, we went out to the beach, and we got there kind of like nighttime on Sunday, because I am a hermit and I like to try to go at the least popular time ever for anything. So we went on like a Sunday night, stayed all day Monday, had a great time. I went on a big walk on the beach. It rained a couple times during the day, but it was actually really cool because you got to see the big storm clouds. Trying to think of what else happened. Got some delicious food and ate a lot, and then watched the sunset on the beach, and then drove back the next day. And then Jiminy and I crashed out all day yesterday, and then now I'm here. Don't do anything funny. I need to get coffee refill. Okay, Snack Satan, we'll wait for you. Okay, so I feel like I need to put some windows on either side of this door now. But it was bothering me that these windows are so up high, but they look really cute, I think, for the rest of the house. So I'm gonna try to find like a door that, or a window that looks good next to this door. But at the same time, I feel like these shuttered windows actually look perfect for a farmhouse. Shit. Oh, damn it. Those look great for a farmhouse. Oh, and there's so many good color combinations too. Something I need to really avoid is putting too much red into this house. I feel like I've put too much red into a lot of these houses. Okay, now I'm second guessing the windows because I really like those shuttered windows. It was really fun. Oh my God, you went to the beach too, Madeline. It was just okay, but you did get to see a lot of birds. Oh, that's awesome. I saw a couple of little, is it sandpipers? Those little tiny birds that look so funny when they run around. It was great. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, we got a little like vacation house rental. It was almost like a studio apartment. It was really cool, actually. It was like one of those really cute little beach houses, and it was like a duplex style almost, because you could tell the dude that was like renting it out lived on the other half of the house, and it was like an interior designer place. And he gave us the keys to what was essentially like a 1-bedroom, like studio, little beach bungalow room. And it was perfect. It was like literally across the street from the beach. It was the best. Sandpipers and sanderlings. Oh my God, that's awesome. The reds do read brown. I agree. Is it kind of like chestnutty? Like, I think as long as we lean in that direction. I know that I don't really want to do too white because that seems very, like, I feel like I see a lot of beige mom, like, Torians out in social media and stuff, but like, I think that I would want it to be more warm and cozy than that. But I don't know, does white seem more farmhousey? Oh, Jesus, now I'm not sure. I might actually need to see first. I might need to let the siding of the house dictate. Let me see. And forgive me, because this is the first time I'm doing this live, so you guys are gonna really see how I bop around and do not like I really do like to like, just see where my inspiration takes me while I'm working on this. So forgive me if you're kind of like, why are you just jumping all over the place? Okay. So I feel like siding feels correct. Oh, okay, so what's gonna be really hard about this is I really don't want it to be sterile white, but at the same time, the elements of this white stuff look like a farmhouse to me. So I'm gonna have to try to find a good balance, I think. Oh, that's cute. You think brown was good? Okay, you guys are really liking brown, huh? Okay, let's do it then. I think that it just looks more woodsy. And we certainly haven't really had like a woodsy, like, what is the, I guess rustic would perhaps be the term I'm looking for. And I just want that much more than I would want like a white sort of like style. Have you guys seen how like it's so popular too to have like everything all white or all gray in house builds too? Like it's kind of the worst in my opinion. What's your favorite speed build in The Sims? Ooh. Well, you know, I gotta say that, oh, you know, actually, my favorite speed builder is probably Griffey. I think she was formerly Miss Griffey, and I'm hoping I'm not, like, using not her purpose. Their name is Griffey. I don't know for sure. I don't follow them as closely as I once did. But they make amazing house builds, especially the thing that kind of like drew me into watching house builds in the first place was tiny house builds. I think tiny house builds are so cool. Oh, I love this yellow. Oh my God. Oh, I love this sunshine yellow with the wood so much, but I don't know if this is, I feel like this is more what we're going to be going for with the Leo house build, you know? But yeah, I think the wood gives the family nest vibes. Yeah, green panels, I actually, Morrigan, I feel the same. I think green panels might be the way to go. Ooh, a Chinese horoscope legacy in The Sims would be super cool, Zig Audrey. I actually think that's a really cool idea. Oh, that would actually be so fun. I'm not quite as familiar. Yeah, we thinking like that maybe? What's kind of fun about it is it gives me the vibes of the Virgo house, but in a very different way. Oh, look how cute that is. Okay, which do we like better? The kind of like dark minty green? I almost might like this lighter green a little bit better. It's kind of sagey. I feel like the sage vibes is a little bit better than like the mint vibes. But let me know what you guys think. Ooh, honestly, this kind of gray doesn't look that bad either. But yeah, I'm not as familiar with the Chinese zodiac as I am with the like Western zodiac. See, this is what I would do if it was like Aries colors, I think. Man, I really should have checked to see if there was like custom content sighting I could get. I feel like there's kind of a lack. I don't think I want to do brick. No, we've done a lot of brick houses so far on the Astro Legacy Challenge. I definitely think the siding is where it's at. I think that's indoor here. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's just like exactly the same but lighter, but I feel like there was also a green that was skinnier, right? Or am I losing it? I might be losing my mind. Sage is one of your favorite colors? Oh, hell yeah. My mom Taurus does love like earthy, timeless colors. Yeah, for sage green feels very correct to me as like a Taurus color. I would vote for that bright sunny yellow. You're right, Snack Satan, that sunny yellow fucking rules. Look how pretty that is. If it was just me going for a personal aesthetic, I would absolutely go with this, but I'm really saving this vibe for the Leo house, to be honest with you. So I think that this, whatever sagiest green we can find is what I want. This is, I think, the sage green that I was looking for. And I like the smaller slats, but we'll see. We'll see to be sure. But yeah, for some reason, I do feel like the earthy, like a sage green, very like pale colors feels kind of Taurus to me, like pale pastels almost, like very pale powder pink, very pale lilac, sage green. Even beiges, I think, kind of strike me as Taurus. But that's just my personal opinion too. If you guys feel differently, I would be interested to hear about it, honestly. Okay, let me see here. So my only thing is now, and I've asked this question before, but it's like, how do we feel about mixing window styles? And if we mix the window styles, where and how should we do it? Let's see. I like the idea of having one of these like bay windows too, though I have used these quite a bit in the Astro Legacy Challenge. I just think they're so cute, and I mean, like, if we're doing a farmhouse style house, does that not feel very like farmhousey to you? Like, especially if we had like a corner. Why does that feel not even? Oh, it must have just been my angle. I don't know though, does that look strange? Do the walls need to be slightly different for such a thing? I'm not sure. I think you also made the Aquarius home sage green inside. You're right! No, you're totally right. I remember thinking that the light green was a good Aquarius color as well. I think in hindsight, I'm wishing I would have done more of like a kind of a blue hair, if you will, Mr. Roboto. But I was kind of thinking in hindsight, Aquarius, I should have embraced maybe like yellow and blue a little more. But the combination of those make green. I think I was really leaning into the alien vibes of Aquarius. I do wish that the green of because this outside, now that you mention it, does feel extremely Aquarian coded to me now that I'm looking at it. I kind of want something warmer. Okay, hold on, everybody. Let's look through all of them just to have fun. Let's just have fun with it, you know? We're here. It's a casual stream that no one knew I was gonna do. Let's look at them all. I love this like red farm. I want to use this like as an accent wall though. I think it's too on the nose to make the whole house like a barnyard, like barn looking siding. What is this for? In what world would you use this like diagonal siding? Like, does anyone else use diagonal siding? What? I don't know if I've even seen this in real life before. It's a part of the cozy thing, making things that don't exactly match go together. Yes! Oh my god, Morgan, you so get it. You get it! That's exactly what I wanted to do. And I wanted to make the inside very like, it was supposed to be very inspired by Raspberry's bedroom that we did right before I destroyed the Cucumber's Virgo house, which would be very like maximalist and like putting together a bunch of different vibes. So I do think if we're following this like bohemian kind of mashup, we're going thrifting, we're putting a bunch of styles and colors together, then yeah, maybe we can mix and match styles of windows. I don't hate this. I actually don't hate this. Let's remember this one. This kind of like beigey peach. Not terrible. What's it called? Advanced clapboards by Better Walls. These clapboards have a slightly lower drag coefficient than our competitors do, and that's what makes them the best. No idea what that means. They all have the same? That's interesting. They're all the same style, just different colors, I guess. Okay, I'm still looking at all these. Still in love with the yellow. God. I don't know. I might come back to the yellow. I'm so in love with it. Look how good it goes with the wood. It gives barn. What about white and blue windows and doors? Ooh. That could be cute. I'm kind of liking the wood grain for these windows so far. But I'm willing to look at maybe some other colors from the front door. I wish that there were more stained glass designs that we could put on the door front. But that's even making me wonder, should we keep looking at the doors too? Let me see. I'm a sucker for this siding, but I know we've already used this in the Sagittarius house build. This is all like too metal looking. A lot of vertical. Ew. Oh my gosh. This is really fun. I don't know what for, but I just think it's fun. A good challenge, I think, for like a build challenge on The Sims would be like use only items in every category that you have literally never used before. Because oh, that's pretty good too. Man, I'm surprised I'm kind of liking these like wood grain. Maybe we go for like a wood outside. I like the warmth that it's bringing. I think that's a slightly smaller scale of the yellow that I like so much. Unless I'm just still on the same page. No. Interesting. Yeah, it's bigger and smaller. Okay, okay. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, for some reason I'm kind of feeling gray or beige, which is weird for me because I like colors usually. But I actually think the gray or the beige brings the warmth that I'm looking for while still being kind of natural. This green is a little too minty, I think. I painted my bedroom yellow in high school and my mom didn't think she'd like it, but now she's come around and never changed it. Tauruses could be convinced of yellow. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, she is gonna have a herd of kids. That is so true. I'm torn because on one hand, it's like, do I follow my heart and do I go with what spoke to me the loudest in this moment? Or do I go with what I feel feels more Taurus? The green inside the glass is just gorgeous. Ooh, yeah. I mean, I think a green interior could be very pretty. Yeah, I think that it'd be kind of like a log cabin. If I'm thinking like a Taurus, I kind of feel this. I'm thinking this. Let's compare it with whatever other one I was looking at. I think it was just the bigger one. Yeah, I think I might like the smaller slats better because I like that the lines aren't quite as high contrast. Okay, you know what? I feel like this is just different enough from what I typically do with a build that I'm liking it. So let's do it. Okay, and then I think to fill up this blank area, this is actually going to be where I'll put some like outdoor lighting. like... You know what, like there are some categories that I really need to get just new custom content for. Like I never would have thought I should get some custom content sconces, but I really should get some custom content sconces, because I think by the time we got to like 11 generations of Sims, we've used so many of the styles of stuff in this game that when I look at some of these, I'm like, well, I know we used it for this or that house build. You know what I mean? Okay, let me think. A lot of these feel like inside sconces too. Use your inside sconce, you guys. Ooh, this is kind of pretty. I just think that there needs to maybe be some windows on either the outer or the inner part of this. So let me bring back the windows. Maybe use neutral, then decorate brightly. Yes, Mark, you've got it. You read my mind. I think that's what I want. I think I want to do a naturalistic kind of neutrals for the foundation. Hi, vanilla chocolate. Yeah, what would Raspberry like more? I think I'm going to give her earthy foundations and then jazz it and decorate it up. You know, like bring in that Venus like glamour on top of a very like down to earth foundation. Plants for sure. And this is where we're going to, oh, you know, we're going to add the ivy, Mr. Roboto, you know. Just build a big red barn and decorate the interior. I think that we will, Patricia, have a barn on this lot, which I think is going to be really exciting. It's kind of a bummer that The Sims 2 doesn't have like livestock animals. I guess this could be final. Like I could take away the pet ban as we start this year, this gen. I don't like that idea very much, but we could. Okay, actually, yes, this is what I want. Yes, yes, yes. I'm glad that we're doing this together. This is more fun doing this together. I was gonna like just sit here in silence and do this by myself and just be like, what would Raspberry want? And it's so much more fun to be able to like experiment and celebrate with you guys along the way. Now, I do think that, like many in the chat were saying, Ivy should come into play at some point. I'm just going slowly but surely on this, but you just wait. That Ivy will be coming. Okay, so we gotta close up this. Porches are one of my favorite things in a house ever. And you know what one of my favorite, all-time favorite porch things ever is a screened-in porch. I know that we've already technically done a couple of screened-in porches on the house in the Astro Legacy Challenge, but you know, I think I will probably incorporate some kind of screened-in porch again on this too, because I'm just such a fan of screened-in porches. Okay, I'm wondering, do you think the back needs to be, okay, I'm not, as much as I hate it, I'm gonna just take these away for now. And I'm wondering if the back should be kind of, what's the word, symmetrical to the front? Or do you do that in a like farmhouse style build, I wonder? I think so. I think if we're doing boxy, it would kind of make sense to have a little back area. I'm kind of feeling like it should be like, bringing in my need to do divots in the house again. I don't think it actually matters if you put deck or real foundation, but I'm wanting it to match whatever it's supposed to be. Okay, so what I was thinking was making this like a little back area. Maybe you can come in on either side? I don't know, question mark? Maybe. And then I'm gonna have the same windows over here too. Maybe? This is a weird detail to change, but I didn't like that the door was facing this way. I wanted to flip it so the doorknob is on the inside. Like this. Okay. Do not take away the pet ban. That is hubris before the fall talking. That's so true. You guys know I hate the pets. Have I watched Japanese apartment sim speed build videos? No, that sounds awesome. Pillars, I think pillars are going to be necessary, especially for the wraparounds like, what's the word? Roof that we're going to need to put for the porch. I think a book nook is I agree, that's very necessary. I'm wondering, should I just do a divot on all 4 sides? Would that be ridiculous? Maybe it would. Maybe it would. Hold on, let's work with the shell a little bit. Okay, so we're thinking you come in. I do think this is the kind of house where you'd have like an entrance foyer kind of situation. So maybe we'll put a couple of walls here. And then you kind of come in. I think maybe if there is going to be a second story, it's going to be one of those houses where you walk in and the staircase is kind of in the front hallway. Does that sound right to you guys too? I feel like that seems right. So let me see. Oh gosh, I wish I could see this better. Let's like do a basic, and then I'll like swap it out as we need maybe. Yeah, big living room. Yeah, I think that I agree, Morgan. It needs to have like a big open living room, open concept kitchen too. Like you have a big space to hang out with the family and then you can like go upstairs. Kind of similar, not unlike the Cancer house. But I think that makes sense because the Cancer house was supposed to be a very family oriented kind of traditional house build. And I think that we're kind of calling back to that with the Taurus build too. I think Taurus has a lot of overlapping elements of like cozy family time, being at home, you know, being a little bit more of a homebody, like spending time with the greater family. Like that makes sense to me that there would be overlap in those house designs. So if that's the case, I would find the staircase to be almost like over here, I feel like. But that's making me wonder, what will I make this side of the house? Maybe this side of the house could be like library. Come over here. I'm trying to think of the upstairs landing too. Maybe like right here. Come in. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to envision where the kitchen can be over here. Maybe we take away this wall actually, because I don't want to close it off. And we make this just big living room, kitchen, dining energy. And then over here is sort of a study. Let's bring in some more windows now. I do think that it would be like sets of multiple windows. Oh, I just don't know. That might be a little too weird. Hold on. We might need to mix it up with the windows that aren't on either end of the house. And I think we need some windows that have shutters, right? Like that feels very like country vibes to me. Yeah, like that kind of. But let me see if I can get the colors kind of. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit better. Will you not let me pivot while I'm looking at this? That's so stupid. Hold on. Spend more money now. Yeah, I think I'm going for warm wood vibes. I don't know if I like this like pale wood on the outside though. Is the blue too random? Because I do like the red and blue combo we've been doing. This home would have a furnished basement. Ooh, yes, Mr. Roboto. I was kind of toying with the idea of giving this house an attic because we've never had an attic before either. Big open space means less struggle with all the Sims pathing. So true, Snack Satan. That is so true. Could put all the bedrooms upstairs. Yeah, I think that we should put all the bedrooms upstairs. Keep it all upstairs. I think that that makes a lot of sense. We could potentially put a master downstairs, but I think that it would be cool to have all the bedrooms upstairs. Bye, Mark. Thanks for coming. Maybe see you in the VOD or see you on the buildings like episode that will come from this. Yeah, a study sunroom with plants, 1,000,000%. I think we need that for sure. I think the red matches the rest of the wood. So I'm gonna allow myself to do red, even though this reminds me a little bit of Ramsey's, but it's okay. Because I don't think we used too many of that style of window for Ramsey's. Okay, let me think here. I need to know where the walls are gonna be for some of these. I think we can do this. Let's do this here. And let's do this one here. That's the kitchen. We'll do some over here too. No, go inside. There we go. Okay. you sliced up your first ever yellow watermelon. I think I've seen that on, like, when I'm grocery shopping. That's interesting. Yeah, I think the plants are going to make it very Taurus. Okay, let me see. The thing that's getting me now is this stretch of wall. But I think that once we figure out more what the layout's going to be, I'll know better what type of windows to put there. So let's go ahead and look at the flooring now. And also decide what, if any, interior walls do I want to do. I think a bathroom down here would be wise. I'm thinking about maybe slipping it behind the stairs here, kind of like this. And if that's the case, we might be able to do one more of these. Kind of like that. And I like it because it kind of takes away that weird space like behind the stairs. And then I'm feeling like over here could be the fun like sunroom kind of situation that we were talking about, like book nook. But let me think, how could we do this and make it look cute? Let's see. You come in. Do you think that this... Hi, clown. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, you'll have a catch-up VOD later. This is essentially just going to be the unedited VOD of the house build. So you won't miss much at all if you don't get to see this stream. Okay. I'm torn because I feel like this whole area is really cute. And it's making me think, what if we kind of like split it off like this almost? I might end up hating this and take it away, so bear with me. Ooh, we can't center it either. Ugh. I don't know if I like it. Ugh. I could just take away the walls. The idea being that this front part is kind of like a parlor, and then you could walk into the living room section. This also gives some, I like the idea of kind of breaking up the space of the room just slightly, but not making them their own private areas. You thinking multiple arches, maybe? We can see how that looks. Let me see. I kind of like the openness, but let me see, because I am curious to see how that would look. We could do some of these fun, like, windowy arches, too. Ew, no, actually, I think I hate that. The white one looks the best, but that doesn't really match the, like, aesthetic of the house, I feel like. You could almost do... I wish there was, like, a redwood version. Oh, there is. So I'm thinking, line up this. I'm trying to, at least. Oh, I don't think they fully line up. But something kind of like that? What do we think about that? What do you like better? The big open spot, or do you like two archways? This is a surprise stream, Elle. Welcome to the surprise stream. I'm being so spontaneous and cool and chill recently. Also, I'm just on PTO this week, so I was like, hey, why not open up the building stream to everybody? It's been kind of fun so far. I'm on technically Twitch too, but I think that it's saying it's a little unstable, but I don't know. We'll see. That was the main reason I was streaming today, is I was trying to see if I could get the freaking Twitch stream settings to work. It turned out that the problem was that my bitrate on YouTube was higher than Twitch allows. So like YouTube allows for a higher quality stream than Twitch does, I guess. So if you guys notice that the YouTube stream quality is a little bit low too, I don't know. Let me know. Surprise stream. Yeah, it's a surprise, Sim lovers. Yeah, I think I'm with you, Morgan. I like that it still broke up the room like we were talking about, but it now makes it its own separate space. I'm here for it. I like it. And then that made it to where I could make this whole wall, the windows, like I wanted. So it kind of makes this front part almost a sunroom like we were talking about. So that's beautiful and perfect, and I love it. So then if that's the case, I think what I'm gonna do is make more of these windows and kind of spread them out kind of like this. See if I like it. I'll kind of break it up with the counters. Part of me is like, should we replace this with the other style of stairs? Because then I could do a two tile wide stairs, and I think that would make it easier for everyone. So let me see. I'm gonna put some like filler floor, and then I'm gonna take this out. these style of stairs instead. You can't? Is it not? What am I missing here? Why can't you? Oh, I think it's because the floor is a little too long. Hold on. Oops. Sandstone fantasy. No? Still no? Why can't you place a step there? Is it because the wall's there? This is fascinating. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what the what are the conditions that I need to meet here. Oh yeah, it was that the wall was there. So could I put the wall back now? Yep. It's so interesting to me how sometimes it's just like a matter of what order you place the things in. I think if I were to turn move objects on, I might be able to put stairs in this last corner, but I think I might just put a lamp there. Ooh, I think that this green, ooh, I think that that's very fun for the Taurus house. Yeah, double stairs. Okay, perfect, Mr. Roboto. Thank you for the update. That sounds correct to me. Apparently the chat overlay, I can only do one or the other. So I figured since we're usually more active on YouTube, I have the YouTube chat. So maybe I'll end up putting on the link, like if you want to join the chat that's on the screen, you know, go to YouTube or something, who knows. Okay, we're team arches, we're team double stairs, and we're team this bob. Hell yeah. Okay, sweet. I think this is coming out quite nice so far. I'm really excited. So one thing I'm wondering though, was there a wood that the grain on the inside looked more red? No, it's all just light and pale. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. I'll just ignore it. Maybe we can put curtains on it, that's fine. Okay, let's do some floor then. Man, speaking of Modelin's like yellow watermelon, I got some plums this week because I love plums and I was like, I should make it a point to eat the seasonal fruit more often. And I got like grocery pickup. And I mean, not to complain, but they got me the world's tiniest plums. They are like the tiniest plums ever. They're like the size of a cutie clementine. And I'm like, this is not what I imagined when I ordered a plum. I was like, I kind of wanted like a big meaty plum. That's what I like about them. So wood feels obvious to me. So part of me is like, do we want to do wood? But it's like, I think wood makes the most sense. Let's like have fun going through all of the tiles though. Carpet's definitely not the way except for accent rugs, I think. It was plum sad, Modelin, thank you. It was plum sad. It was very plum sad, to be honest. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, Modelin, when we went to the beach, we went to the Ben & Jerry's that we used to go to all the time when we were younger, and we would take our day trips to the beach. It was great. I got a brownie sundae with a marshmallow sky as my ice cream base. It was delicious. Oh, I love this tile, by the way. Ugh, all of these tiles are gorgeous. I love tile. Does anyone else love tile as their flooring of choice? Tile's like my favorite floor. Let's do this maybe. Thank you, Modelin. It was really recharging, especially after a really, really, really stressful couple of weeks of work. But everyone at my job was like, you deserve this. I am so glad that you're going on vacation. And I was like, oh my God, you guys are so sweet. I work for such nicer people than I used to. Secret door to the bathroom. That's gonna make it so hard to put the toilet in there, but you know, we're just gonna try to make it work. I am loving this so far. I actually think it's coming out really cute. I think we could make this arch wall an accent wall even. So maybe we should find a cute wallpaper. I'm thinking floral wallpapers. This is like the perfect time for those. Love tile. Yes, lay on it like a cat in the summertime. Double doors to the bathroom is so Sims 1 core. Oh my god, have you guys been enjoying the Making Magic challenge so far on the channel? Modelin and I actually need to get together to film the finale of that. I'm so excited. And I'm saying finale very confidently, like that's gonna be the finale episode. Let's see. Oh yeah, just to tell you what I'm doing. I'm picking out what feels, yes, this is it. Like a good accent wall. And let's do blue on the other side. How fun is that? Red and blue, baby. Oh, I'm obsessed. Yes. Okay. And then we'll do something kind of just solid color on the inside here. Ooh, do we bring back that yellow that I'm so obsessed with? God, I love that yellow. Now let's do something that'll match the red. There's red and pink and green in that. And actually a dark green might be kind of fun. Is there one that has like... I want one that has baseboards. Does it bother you guys at all that like... Because like, for instance, take this. Deep wood green paint. It bothers me that there's no baseboards on this. Like, it's just straight up to the ground. Like, I really don't like that. Does that bother you guys at all? Like, it bothers me that there's a floorboard on the wallpaper there and not for my green paint. That just looks wrong. I wish that there was separate, like, baseboard options. Like, see, this one looks more correct. But I don't want necessarily that tan color. It's wallpaper. That's too blue-green. Oh, there's even, like, a nice yellow-green, but it's like, fucking, there's no baseboards. Give me my baseboards, damn you. And I'm talking wood baseboards. Okay, this might work. That's a little blue-green still. But it might just work, I'm not sure. I guess that works. I don't like that it's a lighter color baseboard though. This is the time, we'll finish it. I won't summon Claire, don't worry, Zagashi. A toilet in the bathroom. I'm trying my best to color like a Taurus, Zagashi. I can smell this home based on the wood and the wallpaper alone. Good, good. Yeah, you think there is a green with that baseboard? You think with a darker baseboard? I found this, like, lighter baseboard at least. Let's see. Am I just not looking close enough, maybe? Oops, hold on. See, that's just such a nice dark green. I guess I could do it like this. It's not, like, the worst thing in the world to have the paneling. I guess that kind of, like, brings it all together because it's the exact correct wood of the floorboards there and of all the wood in the front. So you know what? You know what? I like it. I actually think that's quite gorgeous. Okay, cool. Share in the in the chat. Will you guys talk to me about the Tauruses that you know in real life? Let's talk Taurus a little bit. I'm gonna have to talk about Taurus whenever I make the edited down version of this video. I was thinking a lot about the Tauruses I know in my real life, and I've realized that I think an evolved Taurus is a beautiful thing. I think that any evolved Taurians that I've known in my life have been not only like stabilizing, like to talk to, but they're also usually like really cutesy fun people. Like I think I've worked with Tauruses more than anything else. I've had a ton of Taurus coworkers. I've had some really, really unevolved Taurus coworkers, and then I've had some really evolved Taurus coworkers as well. The unevolved ones, it's like we get along until we don't anymore. I feel like a Taurus who is unevolved appreciates that I, as a Pisces, am incredibly like submissive. So I can be bossed around quite easily, I feel like, when you first meet me. But the more comfortable I get with you, the more I'll start like speaking my mind, or maybe like playfully pushing back, and that never goes over very well, I feel like, with my Taurus friends. Like my fire sign friends, even my water friends, my air friends, like we can get to a point where we're like really vibing, teasing each other, you know, like sharing our own will, you know, and like being like, oh, okay, if you're not cool with that, that's totally fine. I feel like the Tauruses I've known in real life, it's just like, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, let me think of an example. Like, I remember this one time, I was driving with a Taurus, And like, I knew exactly where we were. And I think this is the same with people who have Taurus placements too. It's like, I knew exactly where we were when we were driving. So I said, we need to go over this way to go where we're trying to go. The Taurus that was driving did not give a fuck what I said. Like, she just still went the way she wanted to go, even though it was wrong and sent us in the wrong direction. And I feel like that really sums up my dynamic with unevolved Tauruses, is like, I can't tell them shit. Like, but that's kind of the way that it is with most fixed signs. Like, you can't tell them shit. You could be like, I have a lot of experience with this actually, but it's like, it does not fucking matter. Like, I feel like stubbornness is one of the biggest descriptors that is true of Taurus. But I don't know. I hope that didn't sound like a rant or anything, because I love the Tauruses that I do know right now in my life. Very artsy. I agree with very artsy, and like a very, very strong association with like music. I think that the Tauruses that I've known have been particularly musically talented, and also have a very like refined and sophisticated taste for music as well. Like, they listen to music in a very serious way sometimes, or they like really bop out to it. But I also feel like in media, a lot of my all-time favorite personality types ever are Tauruses. The housewives that are Tauruses are icons, like literal icons. I'm talking like Countess Luann de Lesseps. I'm talking Kim Zolciak, Teresa Giudice, like the biggest, Karen Huger, Alexia from Miami. They are like the most bombastic, like huge diva personalities. And I love that. So I think like, as long as I am like on the same side as a Taurus, we're so good. And like, I love them and they're so cool. And I think that the association with Venus is very fun and cool too. So I don't want it to seem like I was going off negatively necessarily about Tauruses, but I will say that the stubborn thing is so real. Okay, let me see. Hold on. The chat is going enough for me to need to scroll. Hold on. Taurus didn't have an evolution? You thought they don't have an evolution just in general? I don't know much about that. I feel like my Tauruses are thoughtful people, not always in a generous way. But when they love you, they know a lot about you, and I feel like they have a collection of things. Oh, that's a good point, Modelin. Yeah, I definitely think the Taurians I've known can be, like, they have a good memory, and they do, you know, associate a lot. Like, I think that my very closest relationships and friendships have had Taurus influence, because I would say that some of the closest people to me have Taurus moons, and I think that that's a gorgeous placement. Like, that's such a stabilizing, grounding, like easygoing type of nature for a person to have. And like, I have always felt very comforted by Tauruses. Ooh, this is kind of fun. Hold on, I'm gonna look for different colors of this. And I think that like, I feel safe with Tauruses, usually across the board. Like, they really make you feel safe. There is a Taurus that I really enjoy at my new work, like my new job. My old job had a very unevolved Taurus who was like the definition of the crab problem, you know, where like you're a bunch of crabs in a bucket and like you pull each other down and don't let the crabs get out of the bucket or whatever. Like, I described that poorly right now, but you might know what I'm talking about. And I feel like that was really my experience with my old Taurus coworker, was just like, I was miserable, so I feel like you need to be miserable too. She was a little older than me, and I feel like it was like the Taurus archetype turned bad, where it was sort of like, I'm keeping up the, because there's like this kind of association with like traditions and like being a little more, I don't want to say like necessarily conservative, but yeah, just like traditional and like keeping cycles alive, I feel like is how I want to describe it. So I feel like the Taurus that I used to work with was very like, she outwardly was like, I'm your friend, but at the same time, she was not emotionally supportive. Like, if I needed emotional support, she was just sort of like, yeah, that's how bad everything is. That's how I experienced it, and that's how you should experience too. And the way that she spoke to me nearly made me not look for a new job when I really needed to, because she kind of made me believe, oh, this is just kind of how it is everywhere you go. This is just how life is. And that, ooh, look how beautiful this is. That's kind of what I mean by the crab problem situation. Like, I think that there is this confidence in how a Taurus might view the world. And I think that that can be an awesome thing where, like, if they are a healthy person and they are full of self-love and are projecting their best self, like, they can have this confidence that I think no other sign can even have. But at the same time, if they believe things to be a certain way and it doesn't gel with you, it's like, sorry, because I'm live, my brain is going all over the place. But like what I'm trying to say is, like, that becomes their downfall. Like this, like my previous coworker, Taurus, is like, this is how the world is because that was my experience, is kind of what I'm trying to say. Like, a Taurus will tell you this is how the whole world is based on my experience. And I'm not saying all Tauruses do this either. I'm saying that this is like unevolved Taurus experience that I've had. And for a naive little person like me, it's very easy to be manipulated by that kind of energy. But I say this, and I also feel like a healthy Taurus is the best. It's like they are a grounded figure that you can go to in times of hardship. They're some of the funniest people I've ever met. They usually also enjoy the things I like to do when just calming down and having a good time. Like, I could just veg out with a Taurus and have delicious food and play video games for like a whole month, and both of us would be so happy. So I think that there's a lot to celebrate and enjoy. I love the association with Venus that Taurus has. So they like the finer things in life, you know? And I think that's something that's beautiful. And a lot of really awesome pop stars have been Tauruses. Like, I can't help but think of my favorite, my beloved Sabrina Carpenter is a Taurus. And I think that big musician types can be Taurians often because there is this association with like music and artsiness. I feel like I really associate like gourmet, like foodie sensibilities, but that's also like a huge stereotype for Taurus too, is like they eat, they're lazy and stuff like that. They like good music. I think overall, a beautiful sign. I am definitely not disappointed if I am going to be spending my day with a Taurus. And like I said, at my new job, I actually didn't realize that like most of the people I became close to almost right away were Tauruses. They were all really kind. One of the Tauruses that I work with really looks out for me, like as a person, because I'm on the creative team and she's like she's the manager of another team, and she's always like looking out for me, checking in with me. She'll walk over to my desk and be like, how you doing? Are you doing all right? You know, and stuff like that. It's really, really sweet. And I have another Taurus who is the funniest person in my office. She's so funny and so cute and charming, but she also loves music, and she will frequently Slack me out of the blue to tell me what she's listening to or ask what I'm listening to. And I feel like that felt very Taurus as well. So I feel like there's just a lot of fun intricacies in the personality of Taurus and the archetype. I think that it definitely lives up to the archetype in a lot of ways, but I've also learned things about Taurus over time that definitely break the archetype too. Because they're a lot more bold and brash than I would think from the archetype, and the unevolved Taurians that I've known actually have been very like shrinking violet wallflower types who have a chip on their shoulders almost. So I feel like in their best form, a Taurus is kind of like bold and brash. I'm having a lot of trouble coming up with a solid color to go with this blue wallpaper, by the way. I've been like struggling with it for a minute now. Oh, hold on. I need to look at the chat. My grandpa, oh shit, hold on. I didn't realize I had scrolled the chat up and I thought the chat was dead, but it was just scrolled up and I wasn't seeing it. Hold on. My grandpa, every inch of their home was a DIY project. He has his own handyman company. No project is too daunting. He thinks he can do anything. He sent it to the hospital a few times. That's something I see true about Tauruses too, is like, I know Tauruses in real life who like will work themselves to the bone. I've known way too many Tauruses that will like work themselves to death. I feel like it's like they will go beyond their limits. They will really push their limits. They're hard workers. Venus is associated to culture and agriculture. That's why Taurus is associated. I think so, Zigatri. Oh my god. Elle was making a Pokemon joke. You didn't even know signs had evolution patterns. Yes. Yes, they do. Some more than others, but yeah, it's true. Taurus is the only zodiac where I actually see a pattern, and the patterns being internet friends until we don't. Whoa, vanilla chocolate. That's so real. I feel like I've gotten closest to most of the Tauruses in my life through virtual communications. That is so true. It's big on reflection.
The way they feel on the inside comes out heavy on the outside when we lack evolution. That's so true. My Taurus friends are happy to go watch a movie and eat a good meal. They don't have to go out all the time. As an evolutionary Taurus, we happen to be a mirror when it comes to our friends and family, wanting to mesh well with others. Yeah, I think that has thrown me off in the past, like any of the mirroredness. It always kind of hurts my feelings when I discover that someone's been polite to me, to my face, but like disagreed with something that I've said or done. I would so much rather you tell me right then and there to my face, like, hey man, like, this or that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even really imagine a situation where, like, maybe I would have said something wildly offensive to a Taurus. But, like, it bothers me. I've been stonewalled by Tauruses a lot, where I kind of was like, you know, you could just tell me that you're not down for this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like it when I don't like when I can sense that someone is, like, kind of trying to, like, not hurt my feelings by giving me a non-response, because that hurts my feelings so much worse than a non-response. I don't know how you guys feel, but that's just how I personally feel. And I feel like earth signs have done this to me so much, where they just like don't respond at all because they think that that's just better than telling me like, oh, you know, I don't really want to do that, or like, I'm not really up for that right now. And it hurts me to the core. But how do Tauruses evolve? Is it with stone? Type of weather? That's a good question. I don't really know. I think Tauruses have to probably be, maybe reckon with the idea that they're not always right. Perhaps, like, but then what kind of weather would do that to you? I liked the blue too, by the way. We were talking about kind of liking the light blue. If this blue that I kept putting up, but the baseboard was different and it was bothering me, like I was looking for that's like kind of a pale, almost slate blue or a light blue of some kind. I've lost it now. I've completely lost it. Oh my God, it's gone. It's gone. Like an angel's kiss. She's gone. But no, a lot of the Tauruses I've known they make me laugh like a lot. I think they're very funny. I think Tauruses, along with Leos and Geminis and Sagittarians, I feel like those signs together, that's pretty cute. But I think we've done this before. I think that they are the best entertainers out there, honestly. Cancers seem like they come off really well as like personalities or like influencer types where they're just like themselves. What about this? Do we like this okay? It kind of mirrors the green on the other side without being too terrible. I think this is what I put initially on, and then I was like, no! And then now I'm back. I don't think I want a second wallpaper, though, with that accent wall that we have. What about this? What is this? No. No way. No way! I think I like this. I think I'm gonna go with this just for the sake of picking something. Because I do tend to kind of adjust the house more after I've built it too. So I'll let that be up for fixing up later. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and put the same in the bathroom, but I'm gonna put some tiles in the bathroom too. Let's see. Yeah, I think that Luann de Lesseps, Countess Luann from The Real Housewives of New York, is probably like one of my favorite Tauruses ever of all time. She's hilarious. She's also the type of character who's very much like, get out of my face, you cow. Like, I don't know, I love the self-assuredness that I guess maybe, I feel like unlike maybe some water signs or like fire signs, a Taurus can be sure of themselves whether they're evolved or not. But I don't know if that's going too far to say such a thing. And actually, do I like these blue tiles better in the kitchen? Yes, I do. I mean, bathroom. That's what that is. That's a bathroom. Virgo and Capricorn are earth signs, which is the best. As a Cancer moon, Taurus sun, and Leo rising, I believe I'm super funny. I mean, that sounds like the right combo. Yes, Taurus can be confidently wrong like no one else. I agree. While our beloved Leo in the chat, Modelin, can also be confidently wrong, but she will immediately be like, I love to be wrong when she's called out to be wrong. A Taurus would rather die than tell me that they're wrong, I feel like, at least in my personal experience. They have like a kind of just like self-assured, like know-it-all nature, I feel like. And I don't mean that in like a bad way. Like, I think that that's a good thing to have. I think I'm saying that even as someone who wishes I was more self-assured. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do in order to make sure that this wraparound porch works correctly, and I don't know if it will, I'm gonna do an extra line of flooring all around the outer edge of the house. And we'll just see what that does, I guess. And then let me make the walls of the second floor. Okay, I'm trying to think how this would look. Yeah, let's just do a square up top. That's the same shape as downstairs. And then we'll figure out what this is gonna look like in a second, because I think what I'm gonna need to do is bring out the roof tool next. Yeah, I might be wrong, but you're still not right. Exactly. No, but I do think it's kind of sweet. You know, Taurus is one that I kind of remember the initial like mythology story behind. It has to do with the Minotaur. It was like, oh my God, I said I remembered it, but I just barely remember it. It was like the, isn't it like someone steals a cow and like a Greek god turns that cow into a man and fucks that man's wife? Someone tell me they know what I'm talking about here. It's like the Minotaur myth, and that's like the myth that's associated with Taurus. I'm married to a Taurus, and the unresponsiveness, stubbornness is so true. Love her though. Yeah, I want to make sure there's a big disclaimer if there's any Tauruses watching that I say all of this with only affection. I'm really in a point in my life where I really do not believe that there is a sign that is fully negative. I think that every sign has beautiful people and every sign has people who are mean. So don't take any of that as a personal attack towards Tauruses, because there are a lot of Tauruses that are awesome and lovely. And just like there are a lot of Pisces, and I know because I see the hate online. There's a lot of Pisces out there that people don't like too. So just know that I actually see the least amount of hate towards Taurus online. I don't ever see people hating on Tauruses online. That's just my personal experience. It's always like, Tauruses are the chillest people ever. So I personally don't feel like I ever see hate for Tauruses. That's partially why the contrarian in me is like, but do we know that they're stubborn? Okay, so this is what's tripping me up, and I feel like I may need to even bring up a reference image, is that I know that I don't want to put a balcony on the second floor. I know that we want to have a covered porch. We talked about putting up columns. I think this is the moment that I need to put some columns up. F a cow in the myth? Yes. Yes. For realsies. Like, I'm telling you, look up that Minotaur myth. It's like, I want to say it was whoever the god of the ocean is, like Neptune. I want to say it was Neptune. And it was like, some dude stole a cow. He borrowed the cow, didn't return the cow. And then, because he didn't return the cow and selfishly kept it, the god that owned the cow, I feel like turned the cow into a man, the Minotaur, and then that Minotaur went and fucked that guy's wife. I think that that's the myth of the Minotaur. The Libra and Leo hate is pretty crazy, I will say. I would like to mention, and I've been meaning to mention this on the Astro Legacy Challenge. By the way, I'm turning on my desk fan in case you hear that. But I would like to mention that recently I learned that Marina is a Libra. Marina from Marina and the Diamonds. And if you came to my last live stream, you might know that I've been in a hyperfixation with her music lately. And she is a great example, I think, of a Libra in that she has all of these like aesthetic phases. And like, oh man, yeah, like most of her music is like about her love life, I feel like. I was just thinking like, wow, what a beautiful depiction of a Libra. And I was like, see, they aren't all bad. We definitely didn't have the most beautiful time with a Libra in the Astro Legacy Challenge, though. I think that if there are any Libras out there who are like, man, the Astro Legacy Challenge was really mean to us, they would be totally valid. Storm was a terrible representation for Libra. She didn't even, like, she wasn't even, like, sexy in the way that a Libra can be, you know? She was just, she's just the worst, honestly. Okay, so I think that the roof needs to be right here. I think we need, like, an extra little roof part that's like this. Hold on. No, facing the other way. Have you guys been playing any good games recently? I'm really eager now that I'm back from my beach trip to play some more games for the channel. Extremely excited to start working on, oh god, is that gonna be weird? I'm extremely excited to start recording some of the standalone like episodic videos I wanted to do this month, including the new Harvest Moon episode. I don't know about this. I don't think that this looks right. I'm having trouble kind of imagining how we're gonna put the roof on around the roof of the second floor. Do I just let it be floor tiles? Maybe. Okay. Don't we have like little awnings? Would that look cute? No, none of those look right, I feel like, for what we're going for. Oh my god, of whimsy? Awning of whimsy in rows. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that doesn't fit there. I don't think that'll let me. Yes, I harvest the moon, Zigadri. Has a big house mustache. We love Storm, but we don't like her. It's true. The origin of Aquarius basically being gay child abduction and our symbol being a jar. Are you kidding me? That's iconic, Mr. Roboto. I liked the Pisces myth. The Pisces myth is like, I don't think it was Venus. I think it was Aphrodite and like her son were trying to escape someone, so they turned into two fishes and hid together as two fishes or something like that. And it's linked to Aphrodite in some way. I can't remember if Aphrodite is one of the fishes or if they hid as fishes and Aphrodite found them or something. But it was cute, and it made me feel more connected to Aphrodite. I think that, like, mythology is so cool. Percy Jackson, anyone? Okay, let me see here. I saw the Libra Gen a month ago, and all the people in that house, Storm was the least interesting. So true, though, Vanilla Chocolate. You're right. And you can have hate if you want. I feel like none of us liked Storm. See, is this weird? Is it still cutting in? Yeah, what I don't like about this is that it's cutting into the wall here. But that doesn't look good either. But maybe I can do this? Okay, just bear with me for a second. I've never done a wraparound covered porch before, so we're just gonna see how this goes. I think this will be a good opportunity to put plants up top. I think. We'll see. What could be cool is I could probably bring back the divot here. And then maybe what we do, oops, is this. Nope, I keep picking the wrong facing one. At this point, I'm just kind of playing around with the roof tool to see what's possible. This is the hardest part, I feel like, of a Sims 2 build, is the freaking roof tool. Do you guys ever put floor tiles in, like, just to support the roof? I don't know much about the right ways to put together the roof. I'm also wondering if I should put some extra here. Now we've just got it as a roof all around. Like as floor tiles. So that might end up working. For some reason, I just really don't want an upstairs balcony on this house build. That just doesn't seem right to me. I want the porch, but not a balcony. Okay, okay. You always do auto roof? I don't blame you. Can't keep life in balance. I mean, being the bearer of ambrosia nectar for life of the gods of Olympus sounds much cooler than water bearer. Wait, who's the bearer of ambrosia? Is that it, Aphrodite? I would have given up by now and tried to find a video tutorial to copy their roof from. I use columns and then get rid of them. Ooh, okay. Auto roof, I feel like, Morrigan, I wish it was better. Like, I wish it was a better auto roof. Let's see what auto roof would do with this right now, actually. Let's just see. Since we're all here together. All right, let's try to do like this style. Honestly, that's like not the worst thing. That doesn't look that bad. I'm actually surprised. Oh my god, guys, is this is this giving farmhouse? I'm sorry, is this giving farmhouse? And to think, maybe we could have just done auto roof the whole time. I always do floor tiles and delete after. Okay, that's good to know. So here it says the gods asked for a bull sacrifice first, but the man thought the bull was too beautiful to sacrifice, so the god enchanted his wife to fall in love with the bull and mate with it as punishment. Thank you, Elle. That is, yeah, you should definitely get points for that. I wish I could just give you points for that. But also, that's it. That is the myth. Thank you for refreshing me on the exact details of it. Yes, they thought the bull was so beautiful. And I thought that it was kind of an interesting, like, kind of some interesting symbolism with how, like, Taurus is typed to be this kind of like dominating energy. It's also typed to have this very stubborn, like headstrong kind of energy to it too. So I thought the idea of like, for one, hogging the bull, that's materialistic. That's a bit on the greedier side. I think that on the negative side of things, people type Tauruses to be materialistic and at times almost like frugal and greedy. So I was thinking that kind of ties into that. This man not wanting to give up the bull after he was supposed to sacrifice it. And then on top of that, the god enchanting the bull, like the wife to fall in love and fuck the bull is also, I feel like, themes of Taurus. We've got sensuality, because Taurus already associated with Venus, associated with sensual pleasures. And then also, like, I don't know why, but I feel like just the idea of being cucked feels very Taurus to me. Does anyone agree with that? But I'm sorry, I think that this house is kind of giving farmhouse a little bit. Yeah, the gods forced a woman into banging a whole ass bull. Don't we love to learn? Hold on, I think I still have We Love to Learn set up. Oops, hold on. Hold on. I forgot I didn't set up this. Oh my god, I can't do this. Hold on. Let me go back. Oh, hold on. This is gonna give me just a second. Let me rearrange my windows just slightly while we're out of The Sims 2. Okay, going back in. Oh god, now I can't see this. Oh shit, hold on, I made this worse actually. I made it to where okay, first of all, don't let me do my usual stream effects because I don't have a way to reset it back to normal. But also, I made it now to where I can't see either one of the chats when I thought I was gonna make it so I could see both of the chats. GG self. Hold on, let me fix this. It's gonna pop out of The Sims one more time. I'm gonna put Twitch over here since it's smaller. It still says that the Twitch stream is kind of unstable, but I honestly don't think that I can do anything about that. I put it to the lowest bit amount possible for what Twitch allows. So if this bitch is still unstable, Twitch, you might just have to come on over to YouTube if we want to see this in its stable glory. Not that me playing The Sims is ever really a stable time. Okay. Is it stupid to put, like, stacked on top of each other windows? I feel like that looks possibly dumb. Possibly. Okay. But yeah, Elle, thank you for sharing the Minotaur myth in the chat. I feel like that's really necessary when we're having a house build to, like, know the lore, you know? Okay, I'm putting some random windows to make the shell look good for now, but I'll probably go back in and change it around once I see what the inside looks like and what we're gonna actually put. What do you guys think? Do you think it was sinful for me to just do an auto build roof? Like, I'm actually not mad about it, but I also, I just don't know. I think I might need to put, like, there's part of me that's like, we need to put siding on this roof, or like I need to make the floor tiles that are on the second story look more like a floor and less like a balcony that doesn't have sides. So let me see here. Isn't it great to just jam out to the Sims 2 build music, by the way? Let me know if it's not loud enough for you guys and you need to hear more of it. It's the Taurus way. Life is too short, just use the auto roof. This is the Taurus way! Oh my god, I'm so gonna mention this in the builds, by the way. If you guys didn't hear me say it the first time, this is technically, I'm just recording what I typically record to do the house build that I will later speed up into a speed build and release as an edited video on the channel. So I think that I will definitely mention that we decided it's the Taurus way to go the easy way out and just do an auto roof, like honestly. Ooh, growing green slate roof. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my god, yeah. I don't know though. I don't know if that matches very well. I was gonna make it a little shorter too. Ew, gross. Actually, that looks awful. Damn it. No, I think it needs to be more of a wood color. As much as I love the green, I think that it's kind of throwing the overall vibe of the house a little out of balance here. It needs to be like brown. God, this is another one of those things where it's like, I didn't realize I needed to get like custom content roof tiles, but like I do, you know? God, none of these are really what I'm looking for. The preview brown of this looks so much more actually brown than what it looks like in game. It looks nearly black in game to me, but whatever. I think it's time we turn on the cheats. So I'm gonna turn on move objects on, and then I'm gonna try so hard to remember the quarter tile placement cheat and the 45-degree angle cheat. So we're gonna do sets, I think it's all one word. Sets, quarter tile placement on, and then we do Control F to turn it on. And then what I wanted was a little window that's up top, if we can do that. Oh man, you're so close. Oh, if we could just bring you up a tiny bit and put you centered, you would be the world's most perfect window. God damn it. Oh, now is the cheat on, or I don't think it is. Hold on, let me check with like a not build mode item to make sure. No, I don't think it's on. Is it Shift F? There we go. Okay, now it's on. But does it work with Windows is the question. Oh, man. You liked the green? My custom content pastel purple roof tiles? Shit! Oh, man. Should I go look for some custom roof tiles real quick? I could put the Sims 2 build music on in the background. Or like if I minimize the Sims, hold on, maybe let me save. Speaking of which, let's save. I kind of want to shop around for some custom content right now. Would you guys want to go with me on that journey? Lord Crumps has a lot of 4-2 CC. Oh, I haven't even heard of them before. Yes, modeling's down. Okay, hold on. I might be able to even, well, I guess it'll kind of stress the computer out to maybe, so let's do this. Let me say, I'm gonna save one more time out of nervousness. And then I'll put on some Sims 2 build music in the background while we surf for some CC real quick, because the roof is gonna bother me. And this will also give us a chance to get some custom content plants too. So give me just a second. Let me pull up some music for us. I'm just gonna put it on the Sims 2 build music. Yeah, we're gonna go shopping. Here we go. Sims 2 build by music. Okay, let's do this. Let me make sure. sure I don't have anything on like my bookmarks that'll like dox me or something. Okay. And then, oh wait, no, yeah, you can see the chat still, okay. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and go to, I'm gonna go to Mod The Sims first because that's my favorite, and then we will go to what you guys were describing. Lord Crumps? Okay, hold on. Actually, I want to start here. Whoa! Lord Crumps! Holy shit, what a fun website! Okay, we got downloads, the Crumpulator. Whoa. Oh my god, mad respect for this website build. What the hell? Yeah, it's very fancy. Okay, let's go to build mode because I want to see what we can get here. Oh my god, look at that courtyard oasis! Oh my god, that fountain is so cool! We never really got a chance to showcase the Moroccan stuff. God, I love the Moroccan stuff in The Sims 2 so much. Wow, oh my god, there's some really cool stuff in here. Every 4:2 wall converted, that's crazy. Every floor, greenhouse haven? Oh my god, if only we had known about this when we were doing the freaking Virgo house. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I would like to start with the roof, possibly. I wonder if that would be in miscellaneous? Arches by columns, comfort deco doors, empty hoods, eyes, fence. Ooh, fences would be cool too. Flora, Whoa. Okay, hold on. Oh my god, there's so many more windows. Oh, wow. Oh, I love those. Now, my only question is these like, is this gonna take up a ton of room on my computer? I guess I'm gonna try to be a little judicious with what I choose. This is cool. Wow. Oh my god, eye replacements, so fancy. Ooh, all the curtains? So do they mostly do Sims 4 to Sims 2? Or is there just some random custom content too? Ooh, oh my god, the jewelry! The jewelry! Ooh! Every 4:2 wall converted. Wow. That just seems like it would be huge though. Like a huge download. Yeah, going shopping is the embodiment of Taurus energy. CC does take up space, but if you just pick and choose exactly what you need. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be very judicious with what I choose. And for the most part, it's just 4:2 conversions. That's cool. Okay, I feel like I'm reluctant to necessarily choose like a big chunk of pack, like a big package of stuff, if that's mostly what this person has, but I'm very intrigued. Ooh, wait, hold on. This is Sims 2 default replacements? What? Oh, okay, it's like, is it like hood view? Whoa, that's so cool. The only thing that's kind of a downside for me is I don't know a ton about what The Sims 4 has. I've explored it so little compared to The Sims 2 that I wouldn't even know off the top of my head, like, oh, I want this or that from The Sims 4. That's so cool, though. I want to see if we can search really quick. Do they have anything roof style? Refined living room, comfy gamer kit. Okay, good to know. I want to see if on Mod The Sims we might be able to find some roofs. Cottage living had a lot of English. Oh, oh, that's a good point. I forgot they had the cottage living. Cottage core is very what we're doing here, I feel like. Oh, excuse me. Okay then, hold on. Let me go back to their downloads page. Yeah, let's look at game pack then. Or no, maybe expansion pack. Oh, horse ranch, how fun. Oh my god, pastel pop. The greenhouse haven, it's just like a little too late. I feel like that should have been the Virgo. look, I think. Ooh, okay, let's see here. Let me filter this just a tad. Build mode. LaCroix roofing? What? What's LaCroix roofing? Is it on my quest to do everything in my LaCroix palette, I bring you roofs. What? Is it just roofs in the palette of LaCroix bottles? Honestly, go off. Go off. Diastrum quadrixis in your LaCroix roofing. LaCroix roofing. God, I have not stopped thinking about how I accidentally said hosier on our last stream instead of hosier. Hosier just sounded so much more fancy than hosier. Ooh, some Maxis Match roof recolors. That could work. This looks like a warm brown. Yes, that's kind of what we're looking for. Okay, hold on. Let me go back and like put this on a new tab. We know we're gonna do that. So this is how I'll typically shop for a CC is like, I'll kind of go through all the categories, and forgive me because I am bopping all over the place. And then I'll open some tabs for what I think I'm gonna download, and then we'll narrow it down from there. It's kind of like when I'm online shopping. Ooh. Oh, those roof decorations are fun. I feel like, because there's like a solar cell in The Sims 2 as well, and it feels like it doesn't affect anything. My best guess is that maybe bills go down a little bit, but it doesn't feel like it affects anything. Oh, here's 10 new roofs. Bye, Zigodry! LaCroix? LaCroix. LaCroix? It's LaCroix, right? LaCroix? LaCroix. LaCroix? I have been told so many different things. I feel like when I was just reading it, thought it was LaCroix. LaCroix. Because I took French in school. But then I learned it was LaCroix. But is it LaCroix? Ooh. Yeah, I love this song too. Not a ton of build mode roofs, but then let me clear out roof, clear the search, and I want to peruse build mode just a tad too. Oh my god, that's cute. Ew, gross. Ceiling stains. Ceiling stains. That would be good for the Succaria. Oh my god, the little Minecraft flowers. The idea of someone wanting to build like Minecraft in The Sims 2 sounds hilarious. That's pretty cute. Now I'm just kind of enjoying perusing a little bit. Let me see. Is there... Hold on. I want to go back to buy mode and look at plants real quick if possible. Wait, hold on. I don't know if that's in buy mode. That might be still in build mode. Build mode. Garden center. Here we go. How to pronounce on you? Okay, hold on. Oh wait, hold on. I spelled that wrong. LaCroix! It's LaCroix! But despite the French origin. Oh, great. No! Oh my god. I'm typically on YouTube. Hold on. I need to not be in this private window. I don't want to watch an ad.
There's some TikToks. Just play the video for me, please.
Popular product. Now, I know what many of you are thinking. I know how to pronounce that. It's LaCroix, but actually, you're wrong. You see, most people mistakenly believe that our product is an old French sparkling water, and that's why it's pronounced LaCroix, when actually, this couldn't be further from the truth. Our product was invented in 1980 in a place called La Crosse, Wisconsin. For those of you who don't know, Wisconsin is a state in the American Midwest. Place where no one, besides a few thousand weird high school kids, ever speaks French, so it would stand to reason that our product would not have a French name. So if it's not French, and it's not pronounced LaCroix, what is the name of our product? Well, you may have guessed it. It shares its name with the very city in which it was created.
No way! Okay, hold on, I'll fucking... I can't believe it's gonna make me watch an ad when I'm already, like, it's because I'm on a private window.
You better believe it's happening. We always feel like our content
Oh my
was
god.
all about entertainment.
Okay, we're gonna let this cook in the background. I just want to hear how to pronounce LaCroix. Okay.
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of this brand, American brand of sparkling water, flavored sparkling water, or water. How do you say it? In the US, this is said as LaCroix, LaCroix.
LaCroix.
From French, in France, it is said as La Croix, La Croix.
That's what I
meaning
used to
the
think you
cross.
said it as.
But being an American brand, it is to be said as LaCroix. What's your favorite
It's
flavor?
LaCroix. Everybody, it's LaCroix. And I just found where the private browsing thing is that I could have turned off to not have to watch the ads. Good job. Okay, hold on. I'm getting in the weeds here, talking about how to pronounce LaCroix. I don't know. Oh, it was because that person did LaCroix themed roofs. That's pretty cool. Harvestable corn seems cool too. I think we need that. Ugh, this is already overwhelming. So what I think I'm gonna do, let's get this, well, oh yeah, because I'll need to relaunch The Sims anyway. I want this brown roof really quick. And I also want the harvestable corn. And then what I'm going to do is after today's stream, I will go in and see, because it'll take me so long to find stuff in the first place. I will go in and see from there if I want to download more and add more downloads here in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to relaunch the... Wait, no. Let me put those downloads in real quick. Hold on. All right, we're putting in a roof and some corn. And then in the interest of saving time, I'm going to go ahead and continue building. Extract here. Okay, off screen I have added the downloads. Let's go. Closing out of The Sims 2 music. And going back into The Sims. Yeah, I guess they really stretched that out so they could put an ad on it. But it turns out, in case anyone was wondering, it is LaCroix in the US, but I also wasn't crazy for thinking it was LaCroix, because it seems like a French term. I don't know how true that TikTok was that I was playing before that video, though. Okay. My Twitch session still says it's unstable, but at this point I think that it's just emotionally unstable more than anything, because it appears in the preview like it's going fine, so fingers crossed we'll be able to do this setup also whenever we do our monthly live stream. I gotta say though, that YouTube guy is the best for pronunciations. I use him all the time. Whoa! Oh, cool, that's good to know, Model, and I didn't realize, because I was honestly questioning, like, am I just watching a bunch of, like, AI-generated content right now? Ooh, I brought a lemonade over for aiding in my work today. I'm drinking a Calypso, Taste of the Islands, Ocean Blue Lemonade. It's telling me to shake it well. I want to get this in the mic. Hold on. There it is. There it is. Ooh, it smells really good. I'm taking a sip, but oh, it's sour. Oh my god, that's so good. Wow. Whoa! It woke me up. I can't put on my take a sip alert because I can't set it back to normal after. But everybody take a sip. It was from Blue Lemons. It was sour and sweet. Okay, continuing the bills. Let's do this. Okay. Coming out and back, I'm still enjoying how it looks so far. Let's see if that custom content roof even came into the game. I think this is it. Yes! That's honestly, I think that's exactly what we needed, TBH. It has a brown trim, and I think that looks great. Okay, cool. So one thing I'm thinking about maybe changing this window setup, because I love this little, like, thingy here that I've built, but I feel like maybe a big other style of window might look nice. Let me see. I also so badly want to put something, yeah, like right here in the center, but higher up. Happens more often than I confuse a real person for being AI than AI for being a real person. Yeah, honestly, Elle, I feel the same. I feel like I've had to, at work recently, I needed to do a video ad, and we got voiceover for it for one of the first times. And when I got the voiceover itself, I legitimately was like, is this AI? Because it sounded so stilted. But it was just a real ass person. God damn it. Oh, I wish there was some way to put something right here. It's what we need. It's what I crave. That is a cool window, by the way. Can we put that on the back, maybe? Not in the center, bitch. Oh, but look how cool that is. Can we get a zoom in on that? No, we can't. I'll have you know, no, we cannot. Okay. Wow, that's so pretty. It looks like there's a tree in the center. Holy shit, I think I have to put this on the house. Oh my god. Oh, I hate that it's not centered though. There's got to be a way, right? Okay, let me see. Move objects on. Tile placement on. I swear that I had gotten a cheat that was supposed to make it to where you could put anything up and down on the walls, but that has never worked for me since I've installed it. And unfortunately, it would seem that the set quarter tile placement sheet does not work for windows. Ah, oh, that just sucks too, because that is such a cool looking window. Maybe I can put it somewhere else in the house. It just kind of blue and yellow too, so I guess it doesn't really match, but it's just so cool. We'll come back to you. yeah, get modeling in there. No, yeah, I think you probably would have done a better job modeling. It took them forever to get back to us too. I think that the brand manager asked for the video, like, I want to say I got the creative request for that like way back at the end of June, and I swear to God they didn't give us the audio until like the first week of August. It took them forever to give me the audio. My audio sounded a lot worse than my coworker who also got voiceover. She had to do it for her. We have two different brands like where we work, and like I head one brand and she heads another brand, and she needed to also do a similar style of video, but she got a different set of assets obviously for her brand, and it sounded a lot cuter than mine, honestly. It didn't sound nearly as robotic. Okay, let's see. So this is what's gonna be tough about the upstairs. We need to accommodate for a gazillion babies. We also might need like a master bedroom and a master bathroom, I think. I think it makes sense for the master bedroom to kind of be up here. Maybe even giving them like this area. We can do a secondary bathroom over to the side here, perhaps? Thinking about it.
And then we need to do a big nursery. I think the nursery could just go right over here. Okay, so maybe the filler bathroom goes right here even. I think that would make sense. Kind of like that. It was like, I probably can't say on the stream who we used Modelin, but I will try to remind me later and I'll tell you how it worked. What I learned was the vendor that we used doesn't typically provide voiceovers. They actually only gave us voiceovers because the brand manager had a relationship with the particular service that we used. Like, they already had contacts, I think, at their service, and as a result they were sort of like, yeah, we can provide that for you, even though that's not like a service they typically provide. Hate that. Sorry, that was so fugly. Okay, I'm trying to think, how do houses typically look around the flight of stairs? I do feel like it's something like this, but like I hate that it's cutting into the railing. Okay, let me see here. I do think that I want to kind of be heartless with this generation and kick some of the babies out. I don't know if I'm going to keep them all for their full terms, you know? So I do think that we're going to need, I don't know that we're going to need multiple children's rooms, but I guess because there is enough space, whoops, we can make this little slice a second baby's room, perhaps. In fact, maybe we do this so that I can close off where the stairs are. Okay. One thing that will always stand the test of time is Han's love of dark wood. That is so true, Mr. Roboto. I mean, does anyone out there who's listening right now like light wood? Do you guys like light wood at all? I feel like light pale wood is kind of fugly, but you're so right. I do feel like I've used dark wood for like every build. Okay, I think I'm liking this so far. Well, I'll come up here. We should leave this open so people can walk freely. And then we've got bathroom space here, which maybe I guess I could make it a little bit wider because that's probably going to be too small. Then we've got master bedroom with a master bath section. And then a second child's room if we need it. Maybe that can be where the toddlers that have grown up and need a space can go from the nursery into this, like, or this, maybe this long skinny can be a nursery and this can be a bedroom. You're an unfinished light wood whore? Mr. Roboto, like, how do you decorate around that? What colors do you pick? I can't even imagine. I truly can't. I feel like, because in my current place, we have kind of a mid like dark wood. It's like middle of the road wood. Our kitchen has wood elements that are more of a light wood. They're still brown, but they're more like a lighter chestnut than a dark mahogany kind of color. And I don't even really like that much. By unfinished, would that mean kind of like it doesn't have the shiny like stain on it? Forgive me, I don't know a lot about wood. Okay, so upstairs. We need a different kind of vibe for upstairs. Downstairs, we've got that blue. We've got a lot of fun wood. And, you know, forgive me also, because the paneling that I chose is very dark red wood and something that I've used a lot in our builds, but that's only because it so seamlessly and nicely goes with this accent archway wall that we made with these wallpapers. Like, that just looks too good and seamless for me to not go with that. Though, I think what I am gonna do is take this blue tile that's here and make that this. Oh yes, oh yes, I like that. Your floors are light wood. You could show me if we had a Discord. Well, Mr. Roboto, once again. Well, I will say though, Mr. Roboto, we're getting closer. We've nearly broken 800 subscribers. That's pretty exciting. I feel like light wood can look really modern depending on the styling, like especially if it's a minimalist vibe. I agree. I think that there's definitely like a place for light colors. I think that I've become very against like just full beige rooms or full white rooms. I know that those can be very trendy, but like, okay, hold on. Let's talk this out actually. Let's talk this out. So we've got the wood in here, right? So, Mr. Roboto, are you saying you're more like this kind of guy? Do you like this kind of light wood? This feels so bright to me, but I think I could make it work. This is making me wonder if I should dare to do a light wood build for like the Leo house or something. But one thing I really don't like is this. I do not like a light gray wood. I think that this looks way too just like, it's not even that it's ugly, it just looks like it's very like novelty, like I would get tired of it really fast. Yeah, tell me your favorite Sims 2 floor. Fourth last swatch. Is that 1, 2, 3? This one? Oh, I could see that. Actually, is it this one? Because if that's the case, I'm actually on board with this. I like the big the big planks. I also think this would look really nice with like that sage green. Yeah, honestly, no hate. This looks pretty okay. Would it be really strange to suddenly do a Mr. Roboto like inspired light wood upstairs? No, you know what? That would look strange. But wouldn't it be cool? It's like we're going up to heaven. The colors are getting lighter as we ascend. Let me think. Be strange. Yeah, right? Like I kind of want to do it just because it's weird. And we've never done that before. And I love doing stuff we've never done before on the Sims Astro Legacy Challenge. I was thinking about potentially... Okay, let me see here. Now that we have the light wood up here... No. I don't think I can get away with changing the colors of the windows because that's going to look really strange on the outside. However, I think I am going to shift around where the windows are sitting now that we've carved out where the rooms are going to be. Okay. Okay, how fun. Now let's pick the colors for upstairs. The hole in this, like that the stairs have is bothering me, but I don't think that there's anything that I would like better than just leaving it open because the half walls are feeling a little like claustrophobic to me. Yeah, like I don't like that it goes on top of the railing. Like that looks weird and stupid. I could potentially put wall here, I guess. Oh yeah, let's just put some plants there. Sure, okay. Okay, let's pick a color that goes with the Mr. Roboto floor. Let's see. So we have blue and red downstairs. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, let's see. I like the idea of the wallpaper accent wall, but I don't know if there's any wall in this main area that wants it, that needs it. Ooh, Lord. Okay, I even love yellow and that was not for me. Oh my god, what about this like blush pink? Yeah, a statue would look so good. What if we did this blush pink with the light floor and then we did a bunch of green? Like just a bunch of plants and statues and filled up the walls with stuff. Is it too light? Like, does it hurt your eyes? Is the white trim annoying? Those are the questions I have. Is it annoying to have like a weird white trim when everything else has had wood trim? Or is it weird to have white trim when we have a light wood floor? Should the trim match the floor? Oh, wow. Oh yes, very Venus. That's so true. The white trim is necessary and will be hidden by the plants. That is a great point, Snack Satan. I'm so glad you guys are here. You're helping me so much. Yeah, and also look at this. It's called Pueblo Rose paint with kick molding. I love that. Ooh, okay, I like it. We're gonna have the master bedroom take on the color of the main area. And then if this is gonna be the nursery, we'll let that have rose too. And I think the rose looks really good with the blue tile. And then we have a bunch of kids already. Hold on, let me try to remember who the kids are. It was the kids that we tried to get taken away last episode. We've got Moss, we've got Sprite, we've got... One of you is Monster Energy drink, and one of you is Mountain Dew. I think you're Mountain Dew and you're Monster Energy. Yeah, so we've got 2 children and 2 toddlers still. For now. So I'll give, it's 2 girls, so I guess I'll give the 2 girls, maybe I just give them this pink? Oh no. I just feel like growing up, like I couldn't imagine having my bedroom be the same color the rest of the house is. If given the option, of course. I mean, like if you're living in a place where you can't paint, like obviously, but let's give them this like light purple. Okay, ooh, how fun. Okay, I'm gonna add one more window over here. Perfect. Okay. Do I want this like this? Yeah. I think so. Okay, and then now we need some doors to the kids' room. See, what I was thinking of being crazy and doing was putting an extra door to the nursery over here, though you know that everyone's going to use this pathway instead of the open pathway. They're all going to insist on going through this door, but we'll see. I think having parental access to the nursery will be good. And then I was going to do an archway into the master bath because I'm always a slut for that for some reason. I just love having like a fun open master bedroom, like bathroom area. Actually, let's do like maybe the 2. How I want this to flow. Yeah. Okay. We're on to something here. I think we've got potentially the whole shell built now. Now, I might still change the floor tiles that are on the wraparound roof because I still feel like it doesn't look like a roof exactly, but I don't know. The wood might be the best way to look like a roof, I guess. I don't think adding railing will be helpful. I think leaving it the way it is better. And then we'll just put some plants and stuff in here. And then I do wish that I could do like just something right here would be so perfect. Let's look at some of the decorations and see what we can do. Hey, welcome back, Magic Marley. Yeah, do you like it so far? We actually considered doing white wood floor, or not white, light wood floor on the inside of the second floor, inspired by Mr. Roboto, who likes light wood on his floors. It hangs from the ceiling. I don't think any of this is really what I'm looking for. Oh, that's cute though. What is that? What is that? I guess I shouldn't put it on if I don't understand it. I think these are very like Art Deco. That's kind of fun though. That looks cowgirl, right? Oh, it's hanging off the edge. Hold on. Now it's backwards. There we go. If I can't have a window... You're also a fan of lightwood. Oh, and you like the gray wood floors. Well, I'm very sorry, Magic Marley, because I was just saying how I'm not really a fan of gray wood floors. But that's okay. Everyone's allowed to have their own personal taste for interior design. So I hope that you enjoy the white, not the white, I keep calling it white wood, the light wood of the interior of the second floor of this house. I actually think this is coming out quite cute so far. I'm gonna go ahead and put the blue tile in the master bathroom. And I think we're just about ready to start furnishing it. Oh, wait. Let me first, though, build the outside of this stuff, because I have some ideas for this, too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is have a walkway that goes from the house to the mailbox. I'm also going to do, hold on, I think all around the house, this kind of